Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Craviator. Welcome back to another Forza Motorsport 6 tuning guide. Today we'll be doing an Alfa 33 Stradale for A-Class. Now guys, this car is well known for its peskiness on the lobbies and being pretty much OP in the A-Class, the S-Class region. But this car is for the leaderboards. This tune is pretty purely for leaderboarding. So without further ado, let's get into it. So if you haven't got one already, you're gonna have to go to find a car, Alfa Romeo, and it's gonna go scroll a little bit down, and it's gonna be the Alfa 33 Stadale from 1968. It's gonna cost you a little bit, 1.6 mil, but this car is well worth it, and it's very fast car, and it handles quite well with the right tune. Once you've got that one, we're going to go to Tune, Upgrade Shop, and the first thing we're going to go is to Engine, and we're going to put, there's only two engine parts I believe, that's the race exhaust, and we are going to put on a piston and compression, we're going to put race pistons in it. So the horsepower is going to end up to be 282, and the torque's going to be 170. Once we've got that one, we're going to go straight to platform and handling, we're going to put the race brakes in, front anti-roll bar, stock cage, and the race weight reduction. Once we've got that one, we're going to go to the drivetrain. We're going to have a stock clutch, a street transmission, a stock driveline, unless I can put anyone else. Nope, it's the stock driveline, a race differential, tires. We're going to go to the compounds. We're going to have stock tires. We're going to have stock front tire width. We're going to have a upgraded maximum tire width on the rear, so it's going to be the only upgrade on the rear. And the rim style, we're going to go to sport, and it's going to be the Compomotive TH2 rims. I can't read the writing on my screen. I think that's Compomotive, but it is the TH2s, and they look like what are they called? Water drainage rims. That's how I like to describe them. So that's the rims, guys, or any weight equivalent to that one. And the rim style, rim size is stock for front and rear. And last but not least, for the aero, we're gonna have the front bumper. And we're going to have the rear wing for that one. So guys, if you haven't drove this one already, this car tends to understeer a lot. And it doesn't have very good turn-in. So you're going to see some weird figures on this car. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of weird figures on this tune. But they do work. If you do think the car is oversteering, then you can always adjust it. So first off, we go to the tune setup, and first off is the tyre pressures, which is 30-30 as usual. Final drive, we don't have an adjustable transmission. The camber now is -2.8 on the front and -2.3 on the rear. The toe, my number one rule is never have toe, never put toe on, but for this car it is an exception. It helps with the turn-in. The initial turn-in, so that's why I've actually got it on 0.4 on the front and 0.4 on the rear. Normally I would never have toe, but this car is the exception. For front caster is 5 like stock. The roll bars, we're going to have a very soft front, so it's going to be 5 on the front, and a very stiff rear end, which is going to be 30. This is going to help with its turn-in and turning. Like I said, this car is pretty much an understeering car just in its nature, so we want to try and get rid of that and make a nice balance between the two, the front and the rear. With the springs, we're going to have 325 on the front and 395 on the rear. Ride height is going to be 3.9 on the front and 4.1 on the rear, so that's going to be maximum for both of them. The reason why is if you go too low, then it bottoms out. So if you go to the lowest, it's 2.9, it's going to bottom out, and you're going to have a very hard time over the curbs. That's why I just like to have it. I normally like my cars above 3.5, so that's why I have it like that. With the dampening, we're going to have 10.6 on the front, and rear is 11.2. With the bump, we're going to have 2.2 on the front and 2.1 on the rear. With the aero, we're going to have maximum on the front and maximum on the rear. So 100 pounds on the front, 200 pounds on the rear. And with the brakes, we're going to have 48% on the brake force, and the pressure is 140. Guys, this is optional, like I've said before. This is all preference to you. This is how I like it, so you can change it at one if you want. And with the differential, we're going to have 35% on the acceleration and 10% on the deceleration. Normally I would have my diff at 100 and 0, but for this car, the deceleration is quite drastic, so that's why I've got it on 10, and the acceleration doesn't really help it to turn, so I just left it with 35 for this one. Just a normal, I'd say just a normal lobby car diff for this one. Anyway guys, that's the tune. If you've missed anything, by all means go back through the video and check what you've missed. If you think the car is a little bit different, a little bit oversteer, you can always adjust it to stiffen up the front. I'd probably just stiffen up the roll bars at first, probably go from 5 to maybe probably like 18 to 20, the 18 to 20 range as a starter, and you can always soften the rear to about 25 to 20 as well. With the springs, you can always soften the rear and stiffen up the front if you want, but this car I think has a very bad turn-in problem, so that's why I've got it like this. So guys, with that is the tuning and build guide done. This car, if you see on the leaderboards, you might see an A class that it's pretty much recently taken over with the JSR boys. I've actually got it 6 at Brands Hatch. I hate that track. Where else is it good at? I'm pretty sure I took a couple of number ones at the Sonoma Infineon track, so the Sonoma GP, Sonoma Full. I think my teammate JSR Rossi got first actually at Indianapolis with it, which is pretty cool. You can see that it works on all tracks, speed tracks, handling tracks, so it's a really good tune there, a car for those. Laguna, I think it might be second or third. Yeah, so second there. Where else? I got 5th at Long Beach West. So this car is pretty much just, you can use it anywhere and it'll be quick. It's at the Nervo GP. Pretty sure it's at Road Atlanta as well. Yes, Road Atlanta as well. So yeah, it's a versatile car. It's a really good tune, and it can pretty much just be quick anywhere. It's good for novices to learn how to get better, and it's also good for the top guys who want to get top times pretty much. Anyway, that is pretty much it, guys. If you did like the paint as well, I actually downloaded it from the community, and it is, I can't remember where to go. It's Paint Car, My Designs, and it's made by I can't even pronounce the name properly. Angel's12, that's the paint. So if you like that one, just download that one from that guy, and it's really nice paint. I do like the Itali paint. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked this video, please give this a like, favorite, share, and whatnot. And if you want to see more of this content, please subscribe. And last but not least, guys, I'll talk to you guys later.